feels like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And I want to win more. And more! And more!
Oh yeah, it's the champ. Let's go!
Wow, okay, there goes Chance camera.
Gotta balance it on here, there we go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the PP Podcast. This is Starblast Studios alongside Daredevil 19 and Champ Animations. And yes, it's been a while since I've last called it the PP Podcast. I thought I might as well go a little bit of a throwback. Speaking of throwbacks, today we're going to be talking about the current state of the SH Figure Arts line, what it's like as a collector. Is collecting even the same as it used to be anymore? Has too many things happened that's affected the change, like the feeling, the fun of actually collecting stuff nowadays? We're going to talk about all of that on today's video. I'm very excited about that.
What are you laughing at?
You keep making those faces. You're like, He's like posing over here, like every word he's saying. He's like,
I was going.
I'm just going to do that with any time you guys are talking now. Just like,
no, I
Okay.
was going along with what you were saying. Like, is it still being good to be a collector? Doing like that. I don't know. Is it? Maybe.
is it worth another credit card debt? I don't know.
Possibly.
that's honestly the biggest aspect of today's video. Is it worth getting in credit card debt? But no, let's actually, okay, let's in all seriousness. So here's what the topic is about. SH Figure Arts has been almost doing
$500.
SH Figure Arts has done, if the way that SH Figure Arts was releasing stuff was the same as it was like around, pre-2020, I think that we would be in a different spot. The things that ultimately has changed how we have started collecting things, like how it's affected our perception of collecting, is Premium-Bandai. Now, we've complained a lot about Premium-Bandai on on this podcast before. Like, there's numerous episodes on it. I'm sure we don't need to get into everything about that again. But this basic pattern where we're suddenly at right now, where is that essentially collecting, because has not been as fun as it is. We're at a point where now our passions and fun and wanting to collect these figures makes us end up feeling like we're just the feel people to go and get stuff from this company, even sometimes figures that we don't even want. Now, how do they go about doing that? The way they go about doing that is by making the Premium-Bandai releases limited time exclusive. You can only pre-order them for a certain open window, and then afterwards you have to deal with aftermarket pricing. So many figures that have been released as of late. One of which Champ recently has picked up, the Full Power Frieza. That was a Premium-Bandai exclusive, and
Yeah. Oh, that's Mecha Frieza. No,
well, he's also
that was
Premium-Bandai
also a
exclusive.
Premium-Bandai.
Pretty much every
But
Frieza.
yeah, we got every Frieza was a Premium-Bandai except for like the general release that's like $35.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh, in the first form, I think that was a general
Yeah,
release
but
too.
Yeah, that was
most of
also
them-
general release.
Most of them are Premium-Bandais. It's like, why? It's Frieza. But we think it's because they won't sell as well, or they probably don't want to make as many, so they do what they do to get a specific amount prepped and ready.
I mean, come on, who doesn't want a big Chungus Frieza?
I would have got that if it wasn't a Premium-Bandai. I would have got that. There's so many I would have got if they weren't Premium-Bandai exclusives.
The problem is that especially this year there are so many so there was a lot. I'm gonna eat my words for this. Oh my god, I pre-ordered a lot of figures off Premium-Bandai.
King Cold,
And-
Android 20, Android 19.
King Cold, Super Android 17, GT Trunks, GT Pan, the Battle Armor of Namek Vegeta, the Saiyan armor, and the black version. So that's like 100% full power Frieza. Then there was the San Diego Comic-Con Premium-Bandai exclusive Goku with Gohan Nimbus, and that's like 9 figures I pre-ordered. I'll be
the
in
Goku
Premium-Bandai.
with Nimbus, that was a Premium-Bandai, or was that San Diego Comic?
No, that was an event exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an
yeah,
event
yeah.
exclusive, but you can order on Premium-Bandai. That's like the only other place.
Oh, that's where you got it.
Yeah. But that's
See,
because
that's
the way
cool
that
them
it is
doing
on Premium
that.
Bandai, it's going to release in February and such. When Demonical Fit's probably going to put out a better version at some point during that time.
Who knows? Demonical Fit slacks a lot too. We still haven't seen anything about that future
They do
Gohan.
slack a lot, but at the very least, they're consistent with event exclusives. That I will say about them. You know,
Yeah,
like
once
Super
they
Saiyan
get
2 Goku, the Goku and Gohan 2-pack, the Ultra Instinct Goku, every time.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, and then the evil Goku and such.
And
Clone
Vegeta Blue. That was a Premium Bandai exclusive.
Yeah, but no, Vegeta Blue is only done. Well, that's not. Well, Vegeta Blue is not an event exclusive, except for the new one that's come out. But
okay.
yeah, no, they only did. I think they only did Vegeta Blue because that figure would have been popular. I'm actually
how
surprised
about-
that no other companies have really done extra new Gogeta figures in general.
How about that BS they pulled when they re-released the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and then put him in like a new style box and it was $100?
Oh, Tamashii
Just 'cause
Nations,
you-
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
really?
and we're getting a new Super Saiyan Blue
Yeah,
Vegeta.
they
That's
announced
going to be
it
a general
after.
release that you can get for like $35.
That was a big smack in
I think that's
collectors'
coming
faces.
out this year, this month or next month.
And they had a
Yeah.
habit of doing that because they also before they re-released the new
premium-
before they released the Goku the Super Saiyan on Namek Goku, they re-released the Awakening one with different colors before that, so it's automatically obsolete. I mean, it still looks cool, but
Yeah. But basically what we're trying to say is that
They're taking
the
advantage.
fact that everything is an exclusive, and while yes, you don't have to buy these figures, if you're like a huge fan of this, IP, and you want to get these figures that you've never owned as a kid, like me, like I've always wanted Vegeta in like the black armor, the one that he dies in on Namek. Spoilers if you haven't watched Dragon Ball.
Spoilers.
what are you doing
But,
here, bro?
like-
You ever watch Dragon Ball? Go watch Dragon Ball. Sometimes that's more important than going outside. No.
But like what I'm saying is like the fact that a lot of these figures could have been a general release, and the ones that are, they make like they were re-released as like the older versions, like you said, Sean, like the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta when the Broly movie came out, they're re-releasing it, but now it's like in a new special box, and people will just buy that, but then they'll announce something later, be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're coming out with a general release $35. So yeah.
They're
To be fair, that
notorious
newer
for that.
Vegeta is kind of. I mean, that one still has complaints because they still haven't even evolved from the 2.0 technology on Vegeta. Like the heck.
Well,
Where's the new
remember
stuff?
with the premium color ones? And then we got like 2.0 versions right after they announced them with Vegeta. Remember the original?
Yeah.
Super
I
Saiyan
remember that.
Vegeta?
Trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
was there.
everybody kept trying to get it. Then we had Datan. Everybody's getting that. Then they finally did the premium color edition, and then right after, like they
Oh,
announced
these
it.
ones right here.
Yeah.
But-
then they announced the 2.0 version. Everybody's like, really? You guys really just did that to us? But so
but
they're
anyways,
notorious for that.
We've talked about the problems with Premium Bandai before, but the basic problem of this video is how it affects the perspective as a collector. As a collector, this is how it is. I'm gonna be a little bit biased and talk about my own personal things. So I do think a lot of people do relate to this at the end of the day. Is that it really sucks? I think when you basically feel like you're getting milked from these companies. That's where it's kind of at. We've kind of had this problem and such, not just in general when it comes to it's not even just a general thing with SH Figures or Premium Bandai, and bro's taking the whole thing about being milked in a different way. Look at these facial expressions.
I was just thinking of all of us with udders, and they're just milking the shit out of us.
I'm ending this podcast. No, we're done.
That is what they're doing, though. That is what.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah.
I was trying to be subtle about it, but Sean's got to make it.
Hey, you started laughing. That made me start laughing.
Go ahead. Heath.
No, but
anyway.
the terming here works. We're basically feel like we're forced to put money into this stuff that we're not even as much of a fan of. And now how this basically goes and translates is that it as a collector, it feels way more fun to be collecting from the third-party companies nowadays than it does to be collecting from the official release. And I'm sure you guys feel this sentiment too. Like, what do you think about just for the third-party releases? We're getting a bunch of stuff that Tamashii Nations just does not do on the same level, and that's
Then they give more accessories.
They get more accessories. Yeah. Thank you.
I agree, but I also say that even third parties are starting to feel overwhelming because now everyone's releasing something, and it's hard to choose. Like, oh god, that one looks really cool. I can add that to that Goku, but then I want to buy it from this one and add it to this Gohan. There's like so many options, which is good, but my wallet is taking a beating, and I feel like I'm obligated to buy them because they look so much better.
But part of that, still buying figure arts too.
But part of that also goes to an issue with Demonical Fit, which is where they'll just, remake something that another company had already been working on for quite some time. Now, granted, this approach does work in that it does, allow for more options, but it's a problem when then they're neglecting all of the other releases that they said that they were going to do. So now that Kong Studios is now working on their own future Gohan, what do you think is going to start popping up next? What do you think Demonical Fit's going to start pulling back out from like the side projects and then advertising as if they've already planned this from the very get-go, and it just so happens to be clashing with Kong Studios?
They're gonna come out and be like, we were 2 steps ahead.
Well, aren't they doing a Broly now?
2 steps ahead. I'm always 2 steps ahead.
Aren't they doing a Broly now? Okay, Nico. Aren't they doing a Broly now? Demonical Fit? Remember they showed it so long ago, and now since Beast or Kong is making one.
Beast Edie.
Well, Heish, I know you're on the Facebook groups looking at new third party like pictures and stuff like that. Has Demonical Fit announced anything recently about Broly? Or I know they announced about the Super Saiyan 4 Goku that likes nearly completion.
Mm-hmm. We can talk about that.
I don't know if...
But no, as for any new, I haven't seen any new stuff. It's not to say that I'm like that they haven't done anything. I'm in the Facebook group. I haven't been as active in there, so maybe there's something in there that they talk about that I haven't seen. Actually, hold on. Here's something that I just found is that Black Hole Toys is going in. What the heck is this? Hold on, look at this. I understand. Wait, this. What is this? Are they making they're redoing the Goku but having false Super Saiyan hair?
They want to give you all the options.
Wait, what?
They want to give you all the options.
Wait, was that the event exclusive one?
Yeah, it looks like they're remaking the event exclusive one, and then. But bro, there's so much news nowadays. It's so hard to keep track.
That's another thing. It's hard to keep track.
It
of
is,
who's
yeah.
releasing what.
Yeah.
Like
let me see.
Like Burst.
Yeah.
Shout out to Burst ZG on Instagram. I think that's how you say it. I think it's ZG or something G. Man has been very good at like keeping up a lot of the news and such for figure releases and everything, but they're on websites that I've never even seen. Like, what is Zanyu or something? It's like I go to Zanyu and stuff is like not there. I don't know how to navigate the website or anything.
That's like a Chinese or like Asian website. I don't even like that's like a overseas website.
Some of these releases that are coming out, I don't even know if we have access to be able to buy them. I probably should talk to Burst, bro. Maybe one of these days we can bring Burst onto onto this podcast and we can talk about stuff.
This Goku, the legs look different though. They don't have that like diaper joints on them. It looks like they don't have that like diaper joints near the legs, like the upper thighs. I don't see that.
Unless it's just hidden.
Maybe.
Might be hidden.
Let me see here. Yeah, actually, you know what? You're right. It kind of looks like a Legends creation type of thing, where there's like less joints at the torso.
Also, I forgot to mention another thing with Premium-Bandai. Now they're putting other figure lines on there, like Naruto and One Piece, and they're gonna ruin those lines too.
Well, I haven't seen any of the One Piece pre-orders on there recently.
I believe
I've heard
Ace's. I think Shanks's.
Really?
I think Shanks's too.
Because I think on the Japanese web Premium-Bandai, they're up for pre-order on their sites, but on the American West sites, I don't see them on there. Like, I type in SH Figuarts Premium-Bandai, nothing shows up.
Yeah, anyways, we're getting so many different options, so many different fun things from these third-party companies, and in comparison to like what Premium-Bandai is doing, what releases are they making? They're making Kui, They're making, stuff from GT. And sure, I understand you're making the fundamentals with, with GT. Like, and actually to the Namek Vegeta, like I remember
Yeah.
multiple people back in the day used to be asking for that a lot. But ultimately now we're at a point where, because of the fact that the hype for the Dragon Ball line has really been sort of simmering down, I feel like they're making these releases a little too late now.
Too late,
Like they
yeah.
don't Dragon Ball just the problem, right? It's not even just necessarily like the company's fault. It's the fact that the Dragon Ball IP is in the state where it's at, that like, because there hasn't been any manga, there hasn't been, any anime or any form of like media, and Sparking is like, coming out very late. Dragon Ball's been in this sort of dead zone. It's been at the lowest point, I think, that it has been in a very, very long time, and that's also been affecting the line. That's why these other companies, where they're making like, proper, like, figures that people have been genuinely asking for quite a long time, it's getting more backing and more support, and actually feels like fun to collect, because they actually understand what the collectors are wanting in that exact moment. Whereas with SH Figuarts, they're putting out releases that we don't care about right now.
But
I
even
think
when they
that those
are,
releases would be more appreciated if there was like a better balance and such of these villains and figures that people would actually, want to go ahead and grab.
yeah, but even regular releases, it's just not fun trying to pre-order them either, because everywhere you go, they're sold out. Like the
Yeah,
websites you usually pre-order them from, so it's not, they don't make it fun to collect the line anymore, or they're just not making enough.
not even just that,
There's a
but like if you collect stuff from Premium-Bandai and you feel like you're obliged to get something from there, I'm so sorry, Champ. I'll let you go in a second. Then
Yeah.
then you actually feel like you have to skip out on some of the general releases for like a little bit, so that you can, because you spent so much money already. You can at the very least like not pre-order some of the general releases and wait, and you won't. And it's like you won't be able. You can still have an opportunity to pick it up later, and that's where I think the narrative is kind of at the very least for me. It's been kind of getting mixed. I'm not getting as many general releases now. As a matter of fact, some of the Premium-Bandai releases I just stopped pre-ordering. Like I have not, like I didn't pre-order the Super 17. I didn't pre-order the Trunks, the Pan. I don't still even have the GT Kid Goku. I've been
Man, all roles like reverse. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm more on the Premium Bandai, and then you're like, I'm done.
Because this past year, it's been so much with Dragon Ball stuff on Premium Bandai, it's getting ridiculous. I feel like more stuff has been Premium Bandai than regular releases. I mean, the regular releases are their like re-releases, or it there's not many regular releases, like thinking about it. What's
Yeah.
have been regular releases this year?
the Gohan, the Super Saiyan God Goku, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta,
Okay.
The Broly movie one, or you talk about the new one that's coming out this month or next month?
The 2.0 sort of 3.0 Blue Vegeta. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna come out.
The new one?
Yeah, the new
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
The
it
new
comes out, yeah, I think in a month or two or something like that.
I feel like there's something else that I'm missing that
That's
I
what I'm
should be
saying. How many did
referring
you
to.
say? And another one you're thinking of? What is that, four? And
Oh
we're
yeah,
almost at that.
the GT Kid Goku. Hold
Yeah.
on, GT Kid Goku.
And we're
Super
almost
Saiyan
at the
God
end of the year.
God Goku. I've lost track. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's what
anymore.
I'm saying. Like, there's been, from what I remember, there has been more Premium Bandai releases than regular releases this year. From what
Yeah,
I remember, which is
I would say
insane.
even the general releases that we are getting, that's even becoming a kind of a headache, because the One Piece line,
The One
some
Piece.
websites, One Piece, it's the One Piece, the One Piece line, like the Luffy that's like War Man's Dawn, some websites like have different release dates. Like some say like it's
Yeah.
gonna be released in November next month. Some are already released or still on pre-order for like next year, and I'm just like, what's going on with the shipping to the West, where all these different sites are getting it on like different months? Again, it could be just these different different shops, or get their inventory at different times.
Well, it's out
But
in
if you
Japan.
wanted to get, yeah, it's out in Japan, and if you wanted to get that Luffy, which is a general release, which is going to be like $35 if you want to wait in the West, But if you like buy it off Hobby Genki, it's like what right now it's like $45 or something like that, and then plus tax and shipping, that's like an extra 20. So you're gonna be
so
end
they're
up paying
adding like
60 bucks.
15 bucks on it already. But I think over here we get it in October, beginning of October
Yeah.
or end of September. I forgot if it
So it's
released
like
end
one
of
of those
August or
things. It's
beginning of
like you
September.
go on. Yeah, it's like one of those things you go on social media and you see everyone like posing the figure, and you're like, oh god, I really want to grab that. Sean, I know what you do. He's got to pull it out. He's got to pull it out and be like, hey, look what I got.
Is
He's got a showboat.
Is this what you're talking about?
Why did he pull it out from that angle?
Said,
what the
because
hell?
he said pull it out.
I
That
didn't mean
sounds
like,
wrong.
okay. This is gonna be the innuendo podcast from now on.
The,
I mean, I
the
guess it
innuendo
already-
podcast.
I mean, it's already like that. We got the
First
PPP
with
on our name,
Malcolm,
so.
and
That's
he's
true.
like, oh,
That is
you had
true.
to pull it out.
But anyway, but yeah, it just that kind of kills, like, I don't want to say kills the vibe of collecting, but it does kind of like make you go, oh, I kind of want to get that now, but I don't want to pay extra money because we get it so late in the West. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like, do I just make my wallet take another beating, or do I just wait? And it just kind of sucks.
I'm
I
guessing
just wish it like
it releases technically to us the same time as Japan. They probably put all hours on the cargo ships, but we gotta wait,
it takes
2
like
to 3
almost
weeks.
like almost a month, and it kind of sucks. I just wish we all were able to enjoy the bash of the One Piece together. And actually, one thing I do appreciate about Bandai is that I do believe all the One Piece figures that were announced are all going to be general releases. So like Shanks, Zoro, Nami, Ace, those are all going to be general releases, I believe.
Zoro is.
Unless someone.
Nami is, yeah. I don't know about Ace and Shanks though.
I saw Ace on pre-order for Crunchyroll. So and
He's a general
usually
release.
Yeah, he has to be a general release. He's just going to be expensive because it's like going to be like $90. But that's kind of worth it because he does come with a lot of accessories, which
Yeah,
so
he
you're
does.
getting a bang for your buck there.
And you could use them with
But-
Sabo, the flame effects.
Yeah, and not Premium Bandai, but Bandai's given us an accessory pack for Luffy that comes with all like the different like hands when he's like doing Gamen no Gatling.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
I pre-ordered that.
Yeah, but that's another thing that's kind of a pain in the ass is the DLC
Yeah,
figures,
like
accessories.
I'm on
kits.
Ami.
They haven't done
right
that in a
now.
while though.
Ami
like-
doesn't have Shanks or Ace on there. They got Sabo. Why do I always mess up saying his name? They got
Well, Ami did usually. Oh wait, you say Ami?
Ami, yeah. Usually
Ami,
they get
okay.
everything with figure arts, but they don't have Ace and Shanks. So
I think
they
so,
they're
I don't- I
exclusive,
think-
maybe to us. I don't know, but they're not technically or general releases. Like they're on Big Bad Toy Store, which is where I pre-ordered them.
yeah.
But yeah,
I don't
there's
know. I heard
specific
somewhere
sites
that
don't
those
have them.
figures. I heard somewhere that those figures are going to be a Premium Bandai exclusive, but only to the Japanese audience.
It could
So-
be, yeah.
So that's another thing. It's like, oh, so we get that as a general release, but they have to pay extra? They have to have it as
Yeah.
exclusive?
The weird
That
thing
doesn't
is,
make much sense.
the weird thing is that nowadays Premium Bandai has actually been doing a proper job at shipping the figures out when it releases in Japan. Like for example, so I pre-ordered that Frieza from Hobby Genki, like the new full power one, still hasn't shipped out. Premium Bandai has just been overall much more faster and consistent lately when it comes to like their releases and such. I think that's very fascinating on that
I think
end.
I pre-ordered everything from Premium Bandai. I think King Cold was the only one I pre-ordered from Hobby Yankee though. So I have to.
That makes sense because
definitely
he's cheaper. Like, it would be cheaper on
Yeah.
Hobby Genki. Everything is, like, lately cheaper on Hobby Genki. And that used to be the biggest problem with Premium Bandai, is that you're basically buying a figure that doesn't have as, like, you're not getting as much, you're paying more for it, and you're getting it later. Now, it's kind of swapped where, you're paying more, but you're getting it sooner. So, it kind of does help, like, weigh out the costs of buying it from there than it does on Hobby Genki. So I can absolutely see, like, benefit in that, like, why more people do that. I might, if anything, I might actually just pre-order from Premium Bandai nowadays, more so because, like, if you like getting stuff from Hobby Genki, there's always like a rush for it. At the very least, like, Premium Bandai, will give credit to where credit is due, is that because they have it as a pre-order window and they make the figures based upon the amount of pre-orders, the amount of copies and such like that, right? You actually do receive, like, you don't, there's rarely ever a chance in which the figures would really sell out. Now, one of the things I want to make sure that's talked about here in regards to the event exclusives, these event exclusives that were released, the Trunks, the Jiren, and the Goku, and Gohan, with the Gohan thing, or as people like to call it, the Rock the Dragon Goku, is that these figures did not, instantly, sell out after they were put on after they were put on Premium Bandai. And so I saw some people go ahead and talk about that, and it basically went to showcase just the general state as to where the line is. Now, I'm actually very happy about it, because the fact that these event exclusives are, no longer feel like, like they're required event exclusives, like, the Super Saiyan 2 Goku or the Ultra Instinct Goku and whatnot, it actually feels like they're actually getting back to, what event exclusives are essentially supposed to be. They're supposed to be higher quality, repaints and such, which I know right now for the current figures, it's subjective, but, like, they're not necessarily. I would say that with this Goku and Kid Gohan pack, where there is newer sculpts and newer faces and such, it's not really a straight up repaint. It's also, at the same time, not necessarily as much as an essential to have if you're not as big of if you don't, because you don't need to get this Goku just to have, like, a proper base form Goku. There's plenty of other base form Gokus all throughout the line, so it's a different case in such here.
It's definitely something that you like, hey, if you really like, really want to get, like, early Dragon Ball Z Goku with those head sculpts, because that's, like, straight out of the anime, then, go ahead, but if you're just getting it to get just a regular base form Goku, you don't have to spend, it's just an option, because you do get a little bit more with that, but it's not a necessity, it's not necessary to get that, if you want a base form Goku, because they're always releasing cheap Gokus, like, in Targets, Walmarts.
Yeah, I just saw a bunch of Saiyan Rays on Earth ones at Target by me.
Yeah, they have Saiyan Rays on Earth. They have
Super
full power
Saiyan.
Super Dookie. They got Super Saiyan
Tisha's
Blue.
favorite. I saw a bunch of those.
I saw Super Saiyan Vegeta, the new one that I think that released.
Oh yeah, I
this
saw
year.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought another one so I can have Super Saiyan God.
That's
but,
what that one's good for different head sculpts.
Yeah, but something I also want to touch upon, not just it's not just Premium Bandai, third party companies that don't I don't want to make this a Premium Bandai hating podcast, but we did kind of get into that when I first arrived. But it's also Western companies too, like what I've seen recently, Hasbro, you got the HasLabs, where it's like if you want like a giant Galactus figure or Giant Man, you're gonna have to cough up a large chunk of money. And there's Hasbro Pulse, where it has all these exclusives, 2-packs,
the new
Black
Yoda.
Series, Yoda,
the Trooper.
Sean, you bought the
Star Killer
Star
shit?
Killer. Yeah, that was a 3-pack. And yeah, it came with a lot of accessories, but then it included 2 stormtroopers. Which is do I really want to? And then they released a general release of Star Killer, minus they didn't have all the accessories.
With
but it's
one lightsaber. Come on, you guys couldn't have gave him one.
Or
of those
the same with the Tobey
force-using
Maguire,
hands.
Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland 3-pack.
Yeah.
And then they made a general release of those. Granted, yes, less of accessories, but it's like you're
No, just as much accessories because they had the unmasked heads.
Yeah.
It equals out.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess yeah, because I was talking about they didn't have the webs and they didn't have the wall crawling hands and everything. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, oh wow, like these companies, like, oh yeah, we'll release this as an exclusive, and then we got you, general release. It's like, bro,
Yep.
like Heish, I remember you told me how like ticked off you are with seeing like, oh wow, I wasted $100 for this 3-pack when I could have just bought the general release. For figures that are like
no, I was more so worried that like because I was planning on selling that 3-pack right after that I wouldn't be able to actually find anyone to buy it because that new the thing came out. Thankfully I found someone, but it's overall just frustrating.
That's what he was mad about. Nobody's gonna buy it.
Well, it's still like case in point, it's like
like
no
I thought I got screwed over because someone who what, I'm not gonna get into that on the podcast. My bad. And it was continuing.
But it's like, but it's still like, case in point, it's like, oh, I bought this thing and now I don't want it anymore because I could have just gotten a cheaper option, Yeah. So it's like, why did I buy this for? And who's going to buy this off me? So it kind of leaves you with like, oh, I just wasted money there and this ain't even fun now. Like, so it's not just Premium Bandai and, Tamashii that's like giving people headaches. It's also, like Hasbro has been doing all, they just 2 days ago with their Hasbro Pulse Con or whatever, they just announced a 2-pack of the animated series Spider-Man that was
Vulture? That one was Vulture?
Spider-Man and Vulture. And 2 things about that Spider-Man. One, if you already bought the single card retro card animated Spider-Man, which I did, and I paid like $60 off it because that was a Walmart exclusive, and Walmart is the worst retail store to carry exclusives. I haven't seen one single like Marvel Legends retro card in their stores at all.
They're full of shit.
I've only found one, which was the Lizard, surprisingly, on a good day. And that was like, and I always keep going back to these Walmarts. And keep in mind, I don't have a lot of Walmarts where I'm at. And if I do, I have to drive out like 30 miles out for a next one. But like, it's like really hard. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me of another thing I wanted to talk about. McFarlane has Walmart exclusives. They have an animated Batman figure that came out from a different, I think it was a DC Direct, I think, when they were doing the animated Batman figure. Hold on. Like these figures right here, that you have the animated series. They also made, the Batman Beyond ones, and they have a, McFarlane exclusive. I don't know why is it Platinum Edition. You gotta love those Platinum Editions for some reason. Shit. But he has the Batman Beyond as a Platinum exclusive edition at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is like so hard to find. Like I'm seeing people in like California finding it, which I don't know. Here's why you guys always getting the good shit first.
Because they're on the West Coast. I feel like where figures are made, they get them first. That's why I feel like they get them. Yeah.
Heish, I'm going to have to like Venmo you some money so you can go to Walmart and find me a Batman Beyond. Just saying. Like, you know what, homie, my birthday's coming up. If you want to do your boy solid, I'm just saying, man.
I'll still pay for it. Just find it for me.
Yeah, just find it for me. I'll save money. But like, I don't understand like why we have to make these figures so hard for like newcomers that want to get into the line. Like, there's a Target like exclusive Carnage. There's a Walmart exclusive Venom that just came out. It's like everything's an exclusive, and I'm just like,
it's like just put them. There's only 2 retail stores that carry figures now, Target and Walmart. Just throw them in both. Yeah. It's not like Toys R Us. If it was Toys R Us, it's different.
Yeah, without Toys R Us, that's like a major setback for collectors, because now you don't have like an official like huge store to go shop at for like adult collectors and kids.
Yeah.
And like you could go like maybe to like some kind of like retro figure shop, but then like you have to like do some research, and it's like 1 out of 5 that you might actually find something you're looking for, if they even carry that, or like at your local
even if you go to those figure shops, yeah, they up the price a lot too. Like Marvel,
Yeah.
like GameStop. I remember them selling Marvel Legends for like $30+. Like what?
Oh,
And
if you
Black
go to
Series?
FYE, it's a lot worse. Like
Oh
40
yeah,
and
yeah,
up.
FYE, yeah.
And I'm just like, why are you selling something that's like
I think
so
FYE
cheap
was
right
selling
now?
them for like $40. I'm like, come on. And then meanwhile, you see them all on clearance like a week later because they
Yeah.
can't sell them. I wonder why. You're eye gouging the shit out of people.
But it's like it's something that's really annoying and frustrating to be a collector because you just can't find it. You just can't. You go all to online, you go to the stores, and then it's not there, or it's sold out, or it's like a pre-order exclusive, and by the time you get on that website, gone.
The thing is that Hasbro has so many different IPs. Like I was just thinking, like I wonder how Transformers is, and there's so many like Hasbro Post exclusives for Transformers. It's like it's insanity right now. Like there's just, and also just too like we have just a basic King the Conqueror. Like it doesn't leave. He comes with his throne, sure. Okay, this throne's actually pretty big. Not gonna lie. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm looking at.
Oh, is it the one with the 3 different face plates and it comes with a gun?
Yeah, I don't usually keep track of this stuff, so I'm just kind of like spitballing here. Okay, this ain't that bad.
But it's like I feel like all of the like some of the figures that we want so badly. Hell, even Amazon has exclusives. Like they have a 3-pack of Doctor Doom, Iron Patriot, and Taskmaster, and you know those like yeah. You can get them on Amazon and you know get them from like $75.
Wasn't the new
problem
Wolverine and Sabretooth 2-pack an Amazon exclusive too? And Patch and Grey Hulk?
I think that was the Hasbro Pulse, and that sold out immediately.
Yeah.
Like that went.
I just wanted
and
that
it's
Sabretooth.
so hard to find.
Yeah.
That 2-pack looked amazing, and now it's like going up to like $200-$300.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
come on, Hasbro.
And then
like,
they're going to re-release them
this.
individually. Because they don't have a really
they're
good
different.
Sabretooth like that out. The last time they made Sabretooth was a few years back, and it was just like a figure. This one looked really good.
Like, the thing with Hasbro is like they do eventually have like their own like you know how Black Series has like the archive wave where they re-release figures, but you know Black Series, I swear to God, it's like you should not have a problem finding any Star Wars figures because they always constantly re-release those figures, even if they're using like the 1.0 body molds, like the really crappy ones. But like with Marvel Legends, like they'll do something where like they either innovate it or they go a step back. And this is kind of tying back to the animated Spider-Man because he's not using the Renew Your Vows body mold or the Amazing Fantasy body mold. It looks like he's using an older body mold. Like kind of, it almost looks similar to Pizza Spider.
And he doesn't have the toe hinge. See, the toe
He
hinge
does
now,
not
I
have
think,
the
should be
toe
on
hinge,
every
no.
Spider. Should be on all their figures. To tell you the truth, toe hinge.
I just
should
got
just
the
be on
Superior
figures.
Spider-Man a couple of weeks ago, and he's got toe hinge. So it's like, Hasbro,
Yeah,
what
like
are
I
you
got the
doing
Scarlet
here?
Spider-Man because you kept hyping it up, so I just bought it. And I'm like, you know, it really isn't that bad.
I'm kind of shocked right
And
now.
they
So
have
I'm
the
looking at
drop-down leg
Hasbro
joints.
Pulse. I'm looking at Hasbro Pulse. When did they do a collaboration with Cobra Kai and Power Rangers?
Oh, this was like maybe around season 3 of Cobra Kai or something like that.
I've never seen this before. I just see Black Ranger, freaking Johnny Lawrence, morphed Black Boar Ranger, combine all
Is that what
together.
you were
I saw
laughing at?
I saw those in my Target like a year or two ago. So, but there's like no advertisement for it.
Yeah, I feel like
I didn't see anything about that until like last minute. I saw it in the store and I was like, oh.
I feel like
That's
that
kinda
Power
interesting.
Rangers line is like dying out because all you do is just see the same shit in Walmarts and Target.
I'm so out of the
And
loop, bro.
and it's crazy. I went to Target and they have like no Marvel Legends. They probably have like 2 figures on the shelf each Target I went to. I'm like, what's going on here?
Is it the Iron Spider and the Mark 85 or 95 Iron Man?
from the movies.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, it's like really, cause that's why you guys re-release these. Nobody asked for them, and that's why they're peg warming right now. Just
I
like
did get the
Lando.
Iron Man one because that one I was like, you know what, that was kind of hard to find because it did jump up in price because I did want to get
Yeah,
that,
and
but,
sometimes
like,
I'll see the Captain America and stuff, but yeah, they literally have no Marvel Legends there, and it's
and what scares me now, Oh no, go ahead.
No, like Target and Walmart, they just have a little toy section. Like the good thing about Toys R Us, the whole damn place was about toys and action figures. So if you had questions about stuff, you ask the employees, they know what you're talking about because it's
Yeah.
items they're dealing with or they know that they're going to be getting. You go to Walmart and Target, 95% of them don't know what the hell you're talking about. So that's
Oh, the problem
another.
is you're gonna run into scalpers and competing with those trying to buy the whole
Yeah,
wave.
yeah.
Because Hasbro just announced the Secret Wars wave that's gonna have like the new black, well, not
Oh,
new,
easy there,
but
easy
the
there.
black. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
God.
The new black suit Spider-Man, but it looks like it comes with
Ooh.
2 alternate heads. Well, I guess
Like
it's
a
like one that's McFarlane shaped, and then one that has like the narrow eyes. I guess like the small eyes.
Yeah.
So
Where he's
I
kinda,
don't know
like,
if it's still
squinting.
using the same body. Yeah, what he's like squinting. I don't know if it's the same body type, but it looks very much identical.
Nice.
It looks like a Captain America, Iron Man, the brown suit Wolverine. Which I'm
Oh
glad I
yeah,
waited
wait,
on.
I did see that. I didn't know they were doing the black suit Spider-Man though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
No, I've seen that.
and then I think they're doing the
From the new wave?
Beyonder.
Heesh. You saw the new one?
Oh yeah, then the new wave. I'm sure. Like I saw this.
Yeah, I remember seeing. Yeah, I remember seeing Wolverine and Captain America and Iron Man, but I didn't see Black
Actually,
Suit
I
Spider-Man.
might be thinking of an older Black Suit Spider-Man. Let me.
Yeah,
look.
you
Let me
probably
look.
are. This is a new Secret Wars one.
Yeah, quotations on that.
Yeah. I forgot who
But
else. There was yeah, there's 2 more, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Did we put it in our Instagram chat? Let me go look.
I think I did. I think I sent you
Yeah, I think
a
that's
link
where
to
I
it.
saw it from Chant.
But that wave is going to be hard to find
That's
because
another thing too. Scalpers.
scalpers and they don't these stores aren't going to carry a lot of that not going to have a lot of shipment of that stock because these retail stores don't really get like
There it is.
figures
Okay.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Got it.
yeah, but he see like
All
his
4
eyes
of
are a
them.
little bit different.
All 4
Yeah,
of them.
and then there's all 4. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, this looks.
I mean, I'm
this
definitely
looks
going to
good.
get that Wolverine. But
Oh, they got is that Dazzler? God, my eyes are getting bad.
he's got to do that squinting,
Beyonder,
like
Titania? Never heard of her. They must be too old for me.
Or too new. Something.
That might be like Golden Age era. Well, these are supposed to be like older versions, right? Because it looks like
it's
old,
supposed to be the Secret Wars wave.
like
yeah.
the original Secret Wars, right? Because
Yeah.
I know they redid it like 10 times. All these
I
stories.
will say this: this entire subject of this video that we're talking about, it's not just something that happens in the action figure line. You know where else this happens?
2 collectors.
No, not just Clay. You know where else this happens on Fortnite.
Oh, with the battle pass.
Not well, the battle pass in a sense, yes, yeah, with the battle pass, but also with skins that hop into the item shop that are only out for because of a specific event. Like
Yeah, you only have a certain amount of time to buy it, or else you'll never be able to get
I
it.
highly doubt that with the recent allegations going along with Mr. Beast that they're ever gonna put the Mr. Beast skin back in the item shop. That'll be
Yeah.
it'll be quite some time. So therefore, that skin is now rare. And
There's a lot of things happening with him now.
Same with Travis Scott. Same with a bunch of these skins that people just are not going to be able to get anymore. And so that absolutely Fortnite since day one has been a constant milker of its audience.
I remember when they and it's kids too mostly. I remember when they put the Ninja Turtles skins on there. Everybody was going crazy for those.
Yeah, you
But
can
then
still
you
get them
only
at the
had
very least.
that-
They're still reoccurring.
Oh, you can still get those. All right.
Yeah. No.
So
Scott's like, I'm gonna download Fortnite tonight.
and play as every
Heesh,
Ninja
how do you
Turtle.
play this game? I just want to play as Donatello.
Bro,
Yeah, I
no,
never
they're
played
re-releasing
Fortnite.
the re-releasing the TMNT skins, the Dragon Ball skins. A
Oh,
lot of that
so
stuff.
they're re-releasing them.
Well, when I say
Oh,
it's an e-market. It's a shop for skins.
Okay,
that you can just
yeah,
buy.
yeah.
It's the same exact thing. It's not like the quality
you're-
change is going to
but
be
you're
different
saying-
with an action
But
figure.
you're saying there's other skins they only have up for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm saying. Actually, one of the skins that's very well known for that is Fortnite makes skins that you could only get if you pre-order a certain phone. Like there was a Samsung Galaxy skin that that came out if you got in that phone, then you get a code, to put into Fortnite, you get the skin.
What the
Jeez.
hell?
So everybody was probably going out buying that
You have
phone.
to spend like $900 on the phone to get this skin. Like people,
I'm sure no one did that.
no, plenty of
Or if
people
they did,
did.
it was a...
Yeah, there probably
Oh my
were
God.
hardcore people who did.
I mean, there's the YouTubers. The YouTubers did it because they wanted to flex. They got the other people that did it because they wanted to feel included. And
Dude, imagine like Bandai release a new Dragon Ball game, like a phone game, like an app, but it's like, oh, you have to buy
The new
like the new
iPhone.
iPhone 16. Yeah.
Spend over $1,000.
I mean that
Oh
is
my
basically. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of what's happening now with some of the new games. Like not necessarily with the new Dragon Ball like beta test game that recently came out, which we're actually able to play for a limited time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links recently made it to where now with their games you have to get like the newer version of Android to be able to play it. And that one's actually like that one is. So the thing is that this goes into a whole other topic if we're even going to go into this. Like we're in regards to gacha games. Gacha games is like a constant milker. Let's be honest. Look, Dokkan, Legends, and such. Yu-Gi-Oh does not fit into that same category because every single thing that they release, every box set, you can get. Almost every box, other than a couple, but like every single box set, main box, you can always go back and continue trying to putting your gems in there, try to pull certain cards in. Like I don't feel like it's nearly like this on the same level as like the gambling shit that's involved with Legends and Dokkan. Like you.
Yeah, that stuff can be addicting and just eat up your money so quick.
It is. People really need to be careful and such about it because they say, oh, let me spend $4 here. Next thing you say, oh, I can get this deal if I spend $7 on this pack, I can get this.
It's like $50 already. Like wait, what the
here's
hell?
another chance I can pull this UR card so I can complete my deck. And
yeah. Or they'll make
it's
it like you can't beat certain levels unless you buy specific things.
That's not even necessarily the case on Duel Links. There's way more ways that you can play around it and not have to pay money to, in the game. There's actually a free deck that you can get, a Blue Eyes deck, if just when you're starting out, if you got referred to with a friend code, and you actually it's actually like a very good starter when you have that. Like actually they're very good, I think, towards beginner players. As long as they know what they're doing. They need to know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I don't get to talk about this as much, so I'm taking disadvantage right now. Just.
But yeah, but yeah, it's like it doesn't just. It's not just figures. It's like video games, phone apps, like. There's so much of like how these companies make everything needs to be an exclusive. And it's just, oh God, and it's just draining. It just really is. It's a really draining. Just you want all the cool stuff, but it's like, do I really want to spend all this money for that?
Yeah,
especially with
that's
how
actually
expensive things
you talked about
are.
how like we swapped. You talked about how like we swapped roles, whereas I would be pre-ordering everything and you wouldn't, and now it's the roles are reversed. I'm in that. That's kind of the reason why I'm in that same boat. I feel drained from collecting. I'm only really going for third-party stuff because those ones actually are interesting. But other than that,
to be honest,
Other than that, like Daima's gonna pretty much be like the new GT like in a couple of years at this point. So it's like the GT stuff where it's cool.
Are you gonna get the Daima stuff?
Bro, the more that I hear about Dragon Ball Daima, the more I actually am interested in collecting the figures from the line. Like I don't think
I do want to get the Kid Goku.
The Kid Goku, the Vegeta looks weird. I still might get him though. Vegeta's gonna have a huge role, which we're not gonna talk about here on this podcast. And so is Piccolo. Like I'm very excited for Daima, and I have way more reasons to be excited for it.
I don't know, the Vegeta just looked really bad to me. Like his joints look so bad. But I mean, what
Yeah.
else could they really do? I guess.
Yeah, that's
And
I mean, I
all of
mainly
them
want
are
to get the
easy pass for
Goku.
me.
Yeah, I mainly want to get the Goku so I can have the Super Saiyan head on it from KW Studios, which I don't know
Yeah.
when that's gonna be available.
But
on
I'm sure they're gonna
5K.
I'm sure they're gonna release that Goku with Super Saiyan heads and such. Like Goku went Super
Yeah.
Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 in the trailer, so you got to have like that interchangeable front hair piece, like what Demonical Fit did.
Well,
Go
they're
Super
gonna do
Saiyan
it.
3! Give me Super Saiyan 3 Kid
And
Goku!
Super
I'm
Saiyan
sure it'll
4.
happen.
That's gonna be-
Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku.
Which I will be shocked. I will be shocked if Bandai releases a Super Saiyan Kid Goku and it's not from GT and it's from Daima. I'm gonna be shocked and be like, okay, that's a choice.
That's not gonna
That's
be
a
shocking.
choice.
That's not gonna be shocking. Of course they're gonna do that because once Daima's gonna be aired, there's gonna be so much hype around there. They're gonna want to capitalize off Daima.
I know, but I'm saying like because the GT Kid Goku's already out, why not already capitalize on that? You know?
Because they're gonna want to make it to where you can get the other.
They
You know
like
what, honestly-
capitalizing off of what's at that moment. Like Sabo,
Yeah.
he's. I was like, what outfit is that? And then I just realized it's what he's literally wearing in the last episode. Yeah, because
I'm not caught up to that point yet. I'm still in Punk Hazard.
yeah, but it's just that's what I'm saying. They like capitalizing off what's going on currently at the moment.
Yeah.
So with Daima, they'd rather make a Super Saiyan Daima Goku than a Super Saiyan GT Goku because GT.
Oh yeah, I know that. It's just that I hate it.
yeah, but yeah,
I just
That's
hate it
what
because
they
I wish
do,
they would
though,
just
yeah.
finish off like a line or whatever. Because now we have we have GT they're working on, finishing up Namek Saga. We don't even know what's going on
they're
with
gonna
the
keep
Android
doing
Cell
that with
Saga.
Dragon Ball. They're
I mean, I'm
starting to
sure
do
they
it with
still
One
will,
Piece
though.
and
Naruto.
Naruto.
Boo Saga is on pause.
Yeah, well,
Buu
look at
Saga,
One
oh my
Piece.
gosh,
They
bro.
started off with Wano. Wano's done already, and now they went back to the beginning. So
But was it
they
Romance
like
Alien?
jumping all
Which
over
I
the
think is
place.
understandable because a lot of people are now starting to get into One
Yeah,
Piece,
yeah.
and we have the remake with Studio Wet, for the East Blue
Yeah.
arc. That's coming out, and then you have like season 1
But that's
of
something
the live action.
they've always should have had thought of and been part of the process. Kind of like when they go back
yeah.
and do like Dragon Ball characters, like that
Yeah.
didn't come up till later, but they eventually got to it, and that's on pause too. When was the last time we got a Dragon Ball character?
Like OG Dragon Ball. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking about like Kid Goku era. Like come on, we need like a Dragon Ball TN,
Did
know,
they
with
even
like the
make
purple
all
pants.
weren't they doing Dragon Balls with the Dragon Ball characters?
Oh, like the handheld ones, the small ones. They were, yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
they completed it though, because
Yeah,
we
they
got
didn't. I don't
Kid
think they did.
Goku. Well, three
Piccolo,
versions of Kid Goku.
Roshi,
King Piccolo,
Jackie
Krillin,
Chun.
Roshi, Jackie
Like
Chun,
7
Bulma,
different
and then
Bulmas.
Assassin Tao.
How many Bulmas
Yeah.
did they do? Like 3 or 4?
They did 2, I think, and then one was like a recolor.
Yeah, so 3.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, in the pink suit. Yeah, and then her appearance in the outro.
Oh, and they also did Chi Chi, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah,
'cause
that
that's
was such
interesting.
like a like really you're making a Chi
I know
Chi and
he
you did that version.
really wanted to skip on that one when he was doing it.
Didn't we?
He's like, I don't know what to talk about.
Didn't we rate
That
the
one was
Dragon
fun.
Ball
That-
figures? Didn't we rate the Dragon Ball figures on your channel, Heesh, and we kind of like skipped over?
Just
her?
skipped over.
Like, I'm good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
What can I say about it? It's accurate to the source material, and it comes with a lot of accessories. Anyway, moving on. I ain't trying to be a modern
Everyone,
YouTuber.
bro,
What do you
people,
think?
I was in a call with people
trying to
who
be a
watched it, like, you know
modern
what? You know
YouTuber.
what? You handled it just right. There's nothing else that needs to be said. Yep,
I
moving
don't
on.
want to be a doctor. I don't want to be Dr. Disrespect.
But
Oh, God.
we're at like 54 minutes in, so almost an hour.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else? I think we should start wrapping this up now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready to wrap
Stop
this
making,
up. What do you guys think?
Stop making figure collecting not fun anymore.
Yeah, make stuff cool, Tamashi. Make it cool.
Stop
if we
milking our udders.
Tamashi, give me Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and my life is yours.
I thought you were doing like a Joker video that he would send in.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and tuning into this podcast. Let us know what you guys think. Are you still having fun with collecting right now? What is your positions on it? What is your thoughts? Anyways, don't forget to leave a like, and we will see you guys in the comment section. Later.
Till then.
Thanks for fing it up, Heesh. It's till then, goddammit.